because I only present on things that I'm really interested in. So I talk about this one first, right? You must have lived under a rock in Hong Kong if you hadn't seen one of these things driving around on the roads. I thought I'd be really exclusive and I get mine delivered to me tomorrow morning. But now I think I'm the most common car outside of a taxi, just about. I think there's red, taxis, and then there's this Teslas driving everywhere I see in Hong Kong at the moment. So Hong Kong is the largest per capita purchaser of Tesla in the world as of this quarter. Now that may be because Hong Kong is also one of the cheapest places in the world to buy a Tesla, because it's not a cheap car, as you probably understood. It's an expensive sedan. But this company, founded a few years ago now out of California, created a car based on an iPhone. That's essentially how they started it off. They use over 7 million batteries, little ion batteries that they put into the base of this car, and then they put a giant 17-inch screen on it, which is essentially an iPhone, and they have something that drives. But they built it with a completely new perspective on the way that they need to build cars. And they're revolutionizing the whole concept of how they use data strategically. The car is run as a software platform. It's not run as a normal vehicle. So every Tesla that comes out of the factory basically has an ability to be upgraded and updated in real time. So the model that I bought actually 6 months ago, I didn't buy this new feature that they had, which was, which you may have heard about, which is like auto driving and auto parking. Essentially, the car drives itself and parks itself, which I thought was just ridiculous, but I'll buy that. So I said to them, what would it take me to put that into the car? And they said, well, every Tesla for the last 8 months has got all the sonar, all the radar, and all of the forward-looking cameras to be able to drive that data process. You just have to download version 7 of our software onto your car, and then it runs. And I said, well, how many downloads do you do? And they said, well, we do download every 4 months, so the new operating system comes down and features are enabled on a real-time basis into the vehicle. And all you have to do is, every time you charge your vehicle, it downloads the new operating system from our Tesla headquarters and you get the new functionality. I said, are we talking about a car here, or are we talking about my iPhone? And they said, no difference to an iPhone. So we won't actually ever upgrade this car. We'll never have to go and buy a new car. The electric motors will take 10.5 years in Hong Kong before they need any servicing. They have a position where I'll never be able to have to go and get an oil change. I'll never have to go and figure out what's going on with the transmission system, or whether or not that battery's going, or whatever, because the entire battery pack can be replaced in the car in 3.5 minutes. So they have an option process where they'll actually allow you to go into a vehicle station. You can charge for 45 minutes on their superchargers, which are free in Hong Kong. We have the largest supercharge network in the world, so I think that's, again, another great one for Hong Kong. They've managed to do that better than anyone else. And you can go and plug the car in for 45 minutes to get 340 kilometers worth of charge or range. Or, if you go to a service station, you can just do the battery swap out, and they'll charge you the cost of filling up your car at a gas station. So if it costs $700 or $800 in Hong Kong to fill up your car at a gas station, you could drive to a Tesla service station and replace the entire battery pack with a full battery pack in 3 minutes. So they give you that two options. They felt that 45 minutes to do a supercharge or 3 minutes to do a complete battery swap was a fair call. It's quicker than actually going and filling up your car at a normal gas station. But this vehicle is just revolutionary, and it's all based on software and data. From an Informatica perspective, they have Salesforce. So every single Tesla sold runs through their Salesforce platform, and they use Salesforce here in Hong Kong, and I've seen them operating. They put my name, my address, the amount of money that I'm having to pay for this ridiculous technology, and that Salesforce platform goes globally. So in the third quarter results of Tesla, they've sold 50% more cars than they had in the previous third quarter. And they're really expanding hugely, particularly here in APJ, and particularly in Hong Kong and up into China. And this capability within Salesforce is linked into their financial system using Informatica's cloud solutions. We have an ability to understand that they can't do any investment or any new programs without understanding how many cars they're selling and what sort of cash flow they have in the company. Next year, they're introducing a low-cost, $35,000 US complete electric vehicle that every person in the street will have.